So today we're taking a look at a case that recently came out and I got my hands on it and it has taken my whole case list by storm. I'm absolutely loving this thing. And today we're taking a look at the Caudabe Synthesis Frosted for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now, huge shout out to Caudabe for sending this over to me to review for you guys. The price on it is $50. I'll be honest with you guys, I am loving this thing. This is frosted perfection. Let's go ahead and take a look. So starting off, we get the classic Caudabe packaging here. We know what it is. This is the Synthesis. On the bottom, it is the Synthesis Frost for the 17 Pro Max. On the back, you get a little more information there. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of here because I can't wait to show it to you. So here is the case, and of course we get a little booklet from Caudabe that kind of goes over some of their stuff right there. You feel free to scan that and read for yourself. So let's go ahead and move all of this off to the side and get into this case. Starting off with the back. As you guys can see, it is a frosted back case. So that means it's going to be nice and resistant to fingerprints. You do see your MagSafe and alignment magnet there. One thing I love about it is that you don't get to see that Apple logo that's all out of place and not centered on the phone. That honestly looks so weird to me. Just quick peek. I mean, it's like, it should be right there still, but whatever, you know, it's right there. So that way you don't get to see that, and I really appreciate that. Moving that off to the side for right now, though. Here we do get a little Caudabe logo. We are getting a polycarbonate back, as well as the polycarbonate camera plateau ring right here. Going on the inside, same polycarbonate material. You do, of course, get your MagSafe and alignment magnet. And on the inside, it is going to be a TPU material that's going to be Caudabe's Shocklight polymer. So that's going to give you 4.6 meters or 15 feet of drop protection, which is very, very nice. Now that Shocklight polymer is going to be on the inside and the outside of the case. So let's go ahead and bring over our scale and our caliper here. Let's weigh this thing and then we'll get our phone in it. So starting off, we're in grams. We're looking at 50 grams. And then bringing over our caliper from front to back, 12.7 millimeters, and then with your camera plateau, 15.2. Then from inside to outside, we are looking at 3.1 millimeters. So it's a little bit thicker than some of the cases, but to be honest, you don't really feel the weight or the size of this. This thing is so comfortable to hold, very nice to use, and the phone itself is already pretty beefy. This doesn't make it too much thicker in my opinion. Some people I have heard say it makes it feel a little bit thicker, but that little trade-off compared to how great this case is well worth it in my opinion. But anyways, let's go ahead and get that cosmic orange into it. So starting off here, let's listen out for that click. Woo, that's a good click right there. This thing's gonna have a very nice fit going all the way around. It does take a good bit of force to move that. Around the buttons is a little bit looser. It's usually expected. That's something that always happens. Then the bottom is pretty good and top is pretty good. Going to that camera control button, same thing, requires a good bit of force. So let's go ahead and take a look at those corners. Good click there. 2, nice, 3, and 4. Very good click on all 4 corners. This thing is going to have a really good fit on here. Nice and tight. I don't expect anything to get into the sides or anything like that. All around, the fit is excellent. Let's go ahead and look at that camera and screen protection though. Starting off, let me go ahead and just wipe this down real quick, get all the ugly fingerprints off. I am using a full coverage tempered glass screen protector, which this screen protector is actually Caudabe's new Crystal Shield AR screen protector. That's not part of this video. It's not sponsored or anything. It's been excellent. Definitely a review is coming on it very soon. I'm still putting it through its paces, but I've been loving that screen protector. But anyways, like I said, full coverage screen protector. Look at that anti-reflectiveness right there. That's really good. So there we go. Pretty good screen lip right there. I feel very comfortable setting that down on surfaces and it'll be good. Flat surfaces especially. Jagged surfaces, of course, because it's not a super thick case, I would be a little bit careful, but you should have really no issues on most surfaces that you're going to set that down on. And looking at that camera bump, it is a pretty decent camera lip right there. Let's try from this side. So you can, like I said, set that on flat surfaces, but I'd be careful on more so jagged surfaces. And don't forget, this is a frosted back, so eventually if you scratch it real hard, it may scratch. But just from everyday scratching like that, no scratches whatsoever, which by the way, that's nice and frosted and textured right there. I like that. It has very, very fine texture to it, but it does help with a little bit of the grip. So let's go ahead and take a look around the sides of this thing. Starting off with the top, it is closed. Left-hand side, you have your aluminum buttons here, action button, volume up and down, and the rest is closed in with these micro dots for grip. Now this case is gonna have over 300 of these micro dots on this side and on this side, as you guys can see, on both sides of the camera control, which I love to see that, but I am getting ahead of myself. So that is going to add grip, and it's gonna feel really, really nice. But anyways, let's listen to how these buttons sound. Very nice, very clicky buttons. They do protrude right there. And also Caudabe has interchangeable buttons, which let me go ahead and bring these over here. That way I can show you guys all of them. I have the whole lineup of the buttons, and let me tell you, this is literally a handful. So let me flip this here, and I'll show you guys all of these awesome colors that they have. So you are going to be looking at a bunch of different options. And yes, all of these will fit all of their cases. They do fit well. I really like the black and orange vibe, so I'm keeping it like this for right now. But I may actually end up switching it to the ember buttons just to add a little touch more of orange. But looking at all these colors we get here, we're getting sea glass, black, sand, silver, cobalt, blush, ember, clover, scarlet, and violet. So you get a ton of different options to put on your cases, customize it exactly the way that you want. These are for sale on their website right now. Like I said, links are down in the description below, but I'm definitely going to keep the black one for right now, but I think those embers are calling my name because I cannot wait. Just want a little bit more orange on the case. So anyways, on the bottom, you do have your accurate cutouts for microphone and speaker and a plenty wide open USB Type-C port, which let me just bring over a cable here real quick. We'll plug this in, boom, charging, and all the space in the world. So any of your thicker head cables will fit in here with absolutely no issues. And then moving on to the right-hand side, like I said, you do have those micro dots here and here. You do get a camera control button and your power button. Testing out that camera control, and I mean, you get no complaints. What can you complain about with this button? Excellent, excellent camera control button. There we go. Take our usual picture, and we are good to go. So the camera control button on this case is fantastic. So B, what do you think of the Caudabe Synthesis Frost? Is it a good case? I think you guys know the answer. I love this thing. I love the way it makes the color on your phone look. And honestly, even if you have the blue or you have that silver, this will still look really good with it. Just picture having the blue or silver in here. This is, of course, clear frosted, so you'll be able to see the color right through there. The rest of the sides are black, so of course, none of this is gonna yellow. It looks excellent with all the colors. That's one. Two, super comfortable to hold in the hand. Nice and grippy, the sides especially. The back has a little bit of texture because of the frost there. Not a pinky destroyer at all. Bottom cutout is super smooth. Also, you're getting here this little tab that's going to allow for easier swiping right there. All around, this thing is great. Let's check the one other thing, though, that we have to look at to make sure to solidify and give it that seal of approval to make sure this MagSafe is good. Let's take a look. So starting off with the Apple MagSafe wallet, attach that. Ooh, that was a good click on there. There we go, animation. And you really have to give this some force for that to come off. Bringing over the Apple MagSafe battery pack, attach that, animation, and I don't even think I have to shake this. Shake it as hard as you can, and this thing is not going anywhere. Very, very strong with the MagSafe battery pack. And then the final test, our Anchor 623, attach that, and finally it comes off. Give this a good shake before it. So all of your, car mounts, your nightstand chargers, your MagSafe accessories, you're not going to have any issues at all when it comes to the MagSafe on this case. All around, I think this is a fantastic case. Absolutely worth the 50 bucks. There are way worse cases out there that I have seen that are even more expensive, that have certain flaws, that may not be as good of MagSafe or may not be as good of protection. With this case, you're getting that nice look, first of all. You're getting good protection with it, nice grip, no weird edges or corners, nothing is sharp, great MagSafe strength. Caudabe, great job. You knocked it out of the park. But you guys let me know what you think about the Caudabe Synthesis Frost down in the comments below. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts because I love this thing. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. That goes a really long way for me and allows me to make these videos for you. We're this close to hitting 10,000 subs on the channel. I would love to see that happen. It's been a goal of mine. So if you guys have liked what I had to say, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you get subscribed because we have a ton of accessories, all the accessories coming for the 17 Pro Max and the iPhone Air. But if you guys want to see another fantastic case that is really good for your iPhone 17 Pro Max, I'll leave that video right here. If you guys want to see me unbox all 3 iPhone 17 Pro Max colors and give first impressions, that video is right here.